65 passive income streams that midwives can do. A legal disclaimer we put at the beginning of all of our presentations. This is for general and educational use only. We strive to make our information as accurate and timely as possible, but make no promises and guarantees it works for your unique situation. As an introduction, passive income can be a very powerful tool for midwives. It can allow you to customize your unique skills and niches so that you can have flexibility of financial security while focusing on your job. So now your job as a midwife becomes what you love versus it's to pay the bills. You're going to look at things so differently when you can serve people how you want. I have so many midwives that would like to do underserved communities, but they can't financially make the numbers work with paying their family, their bills. And could we imagine if we have midwives that had so many passive income streams that paid their bills and had their life running how they wanted it on a financial side, but then you could be a midwife with your midwifery practice how you wanted to serve people because it was a nonprofit, it was a foundation, it was set up because it's not your means of paying your family and your own income. So this is a basic cash flow quadrant that I want every midwife to really understand. There's 4 ways to produce income. The ones that are on the left side are the hardest to do. And as you can see, they have the least amount of the wealth. The people that are business owners and investors in real estate, they are 5% of the population with 95% of the wealth. The employed, the self-employed people, they exchange their time for money and they are 95% of the population, but they only have 5% of the wealth. I want to help you pivot from the mindset and the financial structure to be from the 95% of the population to 5% of the population. So we're going to talk about different things you could create in your company to make passive income streams. You can create an online course that's for, it's an ebook, it's online, any topic you want. Like people say, oh, everybody's done a midwife book. And I'm like, your unique angle, your unique twist, you could do it for consumers, you can do it for business advocacy, you can do it for legislature reform, you can do it for your midwife colleagues and burnout and mentorship and billing. Like the topics are endless. You can actually do for midwifery advocacy with ebooks. And with AI support and with outsourcing, like so many people are like, I don't have time to make an ebook. And I was like, anybody can make a 30 to 50 page ebook in an hour with the right tools, the right knowledge, the right resources. And then it gets a little addicting once you make them because you want all your unique knowledge and skills out to the masses in an automated, downloadable, super simple payment system. You start getting addicted to these passive income streams because then you want to create more in your life. So online courses take a little bit more time. It depends on how many hours you want to make it and if there's continuing education, and is it for the parents, is it for your colleague midwives, is it for students, who's the target market, and are you going to make one? Are you going to make a bunch of them? You could have hosted webinars, you could speak at events for people. There's paid and there's unpaid works for that. It's just, you could have a team underneath of you. Like maybe instead of you going to speak and doing the webinar, you have someone on your team do it. I mean, this is why with our consulting services, we have a team. This is why our online courses, we have a bunch of instructors. Like it's not just when you create a platform and you create a business and you create a branding, you want to start bringing like-minded people that have different skills and expertise into your umbrella so you can get passive income from them. You can offer membership services. Maybe they get some free stuff, but then they have to log in and pay a simple membership to get additional bonuses, perks. I pay for quite a few memberships because I feel like I get more value out of it than what I'm paying them. So you can easily set up some membership services. You could set up some digital guides. You could set up some planners. You could help midwife students successfully pass their boards. You can help new grads determine which type of midwife they want to be. You can help expand access to all the different midwife niche services. Maybe you do a women's health service and you're doing Botox, and some midwives want to get into Botox business and they want to learn from you. And maybe they're thinking about becoming a family nurse practitioner as well as a nurse midwife, and they don't know the pros and cons. Like, you can make anything into a bill, a business, a trade secret, a trademark. Your knowledge, your unique skills have value to other people. And so we just have to monetize it and create it into a system that you can become your own digital asset to the world. And maybe it's a niche on top of a niche, but it doesn't matter when there's millions of billions of people around the world. The probability is you're going to find the amount of people that you want. And that's why you have multiple passive income streams. I'm not saying one is going to make you millions of dollars. You're going to have one that'll be a few $100s here a month. Another one's going to be $1,000 a month. And you're going to slowly build them up with time. You can launch a podcast, you can do a YouTube channel. Some of these are easier than others, but you get a following, you can get some ad revenue, you could test out products, maybe you're the midwife that starts a YouTube channel that advertises and shows families how to use different breast pumps and all these different products you can buy as new parents, and you're getting an ad revenue from promoting or to tell the honest truth and testimonial. And so, like, the sky is the limits. I just more stress it's our imagination and what makes us happy. I don't want you to make a bunch of money or attempt to make money doing stuff you don't like just because you think it'll pay the bills. I want you to find what makes you happy and your passion and turn it into a business. You can design and sell business related birth templates. You could do birth plans. You could do childbirth education courses. And I always hear people tell me, well, there's a lot of online childbirth education courses, but I'm like, every single midwife has their own angle and niche service. Maybe you do home births and birth center clients, and only your clients get access to this course because you want them to be well educated, have a successful birth, and it's part of the bundle. And if the outside consumers want to have access, then it's costing such amount. You don't have to sell a lot of something because there's so many people for it to really make financial sense. Because once you make a product, unless it's like a super clinical evidence-based, you got to make sure the standards and guidelines are kept up to date every couple years. But relatively speaking, a lot of these webinars, ebooks, online courses, digital guides, templates you make, they take work initially, but the rest of the time, once you implement the system, like the YouTube channel, yes, it's going to take you time to interview midwives. Like Journey to Midwifery podcast is amazing, and it's you can interview midwives, you can cause inspiration, you can help students on their journey, you can help pass them the legacy of these amazing midwives that are retiring and their knowledge, and you can turn it into a business. Like, the sky is literally the limit of what you can do for passive income streams. We talked about the YouTube channel, you can promote baby pregnancy related products and give the perspective of midwife approved, and maybe that's the name of your YouTube channel, and you get some affiliate marketing and you give raw and real testimonials from a midwife of products and nipple balms and baby ointments and essential oils and whatever you want to talk about, and people will see value in that. You can become a trusted trademark and really be able to build some amazing passive income streams. So here's some different investments. This is outside of midwifery. Real estate investing is a huge component. Business ownership, real estate investing are the big ones that I encourage for people. You can be part of a bigger real estate portfolio. You can directly own them yourselves. You can have a property manager. You can do stocks, bonds, mutual funds as passive income. But all these things are going to take time, knowledge, energy. They're going to take money to invest into them to make money. You have to contribute something to get value out. You can't just hit buttons and say, okay, I'm going to win the lottery, because you didn't contribute to the universe value to someone else that they wanted to pay for. So when you buy real estate, you bought the real estate, you gave them a home to stay in, you paid for all the things, and you're responsible for it, so you make money off of it. If you create an ebook, it's your knowledge, it's your expertise, it's your wisdom that's adding value to somebody else. When you buy stocks and bonds, you're purchasing into their profit sharing sharing. You take a portion of ownership, but if the company goes down, you took the risk, versus the company does well, you get rewarded for it. Index funds are more of like money markets and long-term passive income. So I usually tell people just do a little bit of everything based on your style and personality. You could do peer-to-peer lending. You could be a short-term loan. Maybe there's midwives that want to go to school and you want to do, instead of a loan repayment program for them to join the team, you do a peer-to-peer lending and you become the bank to pay for their school. And then in 2 years, they don't have to pay you for it. Because they joined your team. Like there's some, and then you made the interest if all of a sudden they didn't become a midwife, or you made the interest on those 2 to 5 years while they were graduating and while they were going and they were getting their feet wet with your program and your practice. Like there's a lot of ways to think outside the box of helping out the next generation of midwives, but then also being able to make some money on the risk that we're taking. You can do crowdfunding. You can make some larger scale portfolios. You could do cryptocurrency. I consider it more of a speculative asset at this point, but some people will make some good passive income on it if you do your research, do your due diligence on the different options. I mean, people that bought Bitcoin 5 years ago, 10 years ago are doing very, very well. You can buy and hold stocks. You can do in bond investments, which is pretty much a loan from the government that you're utilizing. There's CDs. You could do blog posts and writings, and you could promote products. Some are more profitable than others. I'm not saying some maybe will only bring you in $5-10 a month initially, but it's about building. If you love to write and you love to get your ideas out there and this is therapy for you, have a heyday. Like I've been doing a lot more with marketing and social media management because I love creativity. I love to design and implement for these midwife practices these beautiful branding designs. It makes me super happy. So sometimes I create income streams, not always because it's like the most profitable. It's like, where does it fit in my passion and zen and where I'm at right now? And then how do I automate it? I just made 5 people social media management. How do I turn it into a tool or template and sell it as a product to more people? That you make blog post templates, you make social media templates, you sell icons you've created and designed that they can use for their websites and tools. So like depending on your skills and your knowledge, like I would love to see someone make a birth stock photo website, because there's very few normal physiological birth photos out there, and the few that are out there, everybody uses them all the time. So you have a large scale birth center, get your birth assistant trained as a birth photographer, give them a nice, beautiful photography booklet after the birth is over to have access rights to the images and the photo stocks to use for the future. And after 6-8 months, you've got a collection together and you can create a website, and you can now get value because you already saw these births, you already got a photography package, and the couple $100 you gave them to have the booklet, you now have unlimited rights to their photos that other midwives will pay you money to get normal birth marketing photos that just don't exist yet. So let's think outside the box. Let's try to figure out how to solve each other's problems and what makes you happy and you're passionate. You can do affiliate marketing. I know a lot of midwives and people have confusion and fear about MLMs and affiliate marketing, but every company, every product is an affiliate marketing. You're representing your own product, your own services, or someone else's. And so we just have to be careful with like HIPAA and compliance and anti-star clause and just conflict of interest, and being honest with people that, hey, I was going to recommend this to you anyways, but hey, if you use this link on Amazon, I get a little cut from it, versus you just go right to Amazon. You could have some simple flyers. There's some wholesale companies. Some midwives will start little shops in their birth centers. And I always stress, have your office manager, your receptionist run that shop project, because I don't want to add more work to your plate. The whole point of a passive income is money is coming into your life because you've created businesses, systems, value to other people. I don't want you to add more projects that requires your time for money, because you're going to eventually run out of time. But some of these things are because you like to do it and it makes you happy. So like, freelance writing, it doesn't necessarily have to be a you. You could outsource to somebody to do the freelance writing, and you're the middle person that coordinated the idea and is the stamp and the face in the beginning, but you've got a team underneath of you that are doing some of these things for you. You could be a guest blogger to help bring other clients into your practice and sell things and get ad revenue. You could review, like we talked about, you could review a product on your website. You could have some blog posts that you're promoting, and really just getting a link, a simple thing to say, hey, if you click here, I get a cut from it, but I was going to share this with my clients anyways. It's amazing. Products, you can design a product line. I had a midwife one time that she was working on an HCG project for perimenopausal women. So like you can design certain chemical makeup products that don't even exist yet, lotions, oils, invent things. I talk about Maylene Hegenberger all the time. Like, I would love to see more midwife inventors. Like, you can scale a team, you can get a patent, you can invent things that now you've got a sales distribution team that's getting it all over the world for you. So like, it doesn't have to be just you. You can sell home birth kits, you can sell birth, like if someone wants a water birth, you could have some bundled things, you could have some midwife branded customized merchandise with your company, and now it's marketed everywhere. You can have, like, I would love to see more midwives do like a baby shower bundle, like on their website, that families and friends can buy gift cards for your birth center with massage and pay for part of their home birth experience. They pay for their birth supplies, they pay for their class. Like, I don't see enough midwives thinking outside the box of potential revenue, potential value, and because people will pay for convenience and simplified, and a lot of these aunts and family members want to get them things and want to do things for them, but they don't know what. So you are giving them the value and the resources for their baby shower ideas to help pay for the services or extra things your clients wouldn't have purchased on their own purely because grandma bought it for them from your website. So online communities, networking, you can create private Facebook groups, you can create support groups, you can sell access to virtual forums and support sessions, you could create some virtual summits, and it doesn't necessarily have to be you talking, but you coordinated it. You have someone on your team that is hosting and setting it up, and you're the brand and you're the idea. So passive income could be getting it set up and then it's running. It could be the idea, and then you're making sure everything's running right and well. And then you create these well-oiled systems that'll get more and more organic over time. You can sell products on the Facebook Marketplace. You can create and design things. I've seen a lot of really cool stuff with Etsy, like even the baby slings, those cloth baby slings. There's a lot of great ways where you can hire a mom and say, hey, I've got this huge following asking for this product and this product. Can I seen your beautiful quilting skills and ideas and baby hats you can make? I'll get a cut, you get a cut, because I am the access to the platform. And then you made and designed the things. So we all have value we can add. We see a need. The more you go down this business world, the more you start thinking outside the box of opportunities and passive income streams and filling needs on a larger scale, leveraging the experts around us. You can do a lot of health wellness coaching. You could set up automated coaching systems. You can hire a team to do this. You could do some fitness plans. You could do some different support groups where the people attending and the students and the people that signed up become each other's community support. Sleep coaching for parents, meditation, mindful programs, yoga, nutrition, newborn care, the list goes on and on. And then thinking every stage of that woman, if you don't want your service line just to take care of them when they're pregnant, what are challenges for preconception, infertility, niche services? You want to do postmenopausal women, you want to do breast care, you want to do primary care. What are things you can do as products, not just the forefront in front of them, but what are additional things that you can make yourself a one-stop shop, that you just create the systems with products, with knowledge, with affiliations, with education you're getting out there that you can make money from. So there's passive business ventures. You can join forces with someone. You can join forces with doulas, lactation consultants, and your referral basis and your branding helps their business get successful, but then it's also giving you a confident professional referral. And you just got to be open and honest about the referral kickbacks and the compensation. And there are very clear rules when it comes to nurse midwives and physicians with the anti-stark laws, but usually with alternative practitioners, chiropractors, naturopaths, certified professional midwives, doulas, childbirth educators, it's not as much the healthcare regulations, it's just more professional ethics and conduct. You could create an online directory for midwives, and the midwives pay to have themselves on the list, and then you get yourself ranked as SEO. So then you have value because the midwives don't have to pay for marketing because the consumers are finding your site compared to the competitive hospitals versus every midwife has to try to work really hard to get their website ranking. You can have a centralized database that adds value. It's like a parent resource, but then you're getting kickbacks from maybe there's a parent membership, there's a midwife membership because you do some peer reviews, you do some evidence-based birth style education forums. You have the directory, you add value, and people will compensate it for you. We talked about the birth photography. So that's a cool thing where you can sell the birth photography, you cross-train your birth assistant to photography, and then you sell the bundles after the birth, and you can also give some discounts to have the birth stock right so that you can create a website and sell birth stock bundles to birth centers and home birth practices. It doesn't exist yet, and I would love, love, love to see it. So you could sell medical equipment. Maybe breast pumps are a little bit harder because a lot of the insurance pays for them, but you could have some ladies that need abdominal binders, or they need the TED stockings because of their varicose veins and things like that. And so you could decide to sell medical equipment or have a referral relationship with a medical equipment supply company. But a lot of times it's just on Amazon or these wholesale companies or like some sort of affiliate marketing with an online site. It's thinking about stuff that they need now. Like I would carry in my home birth bag things that they can't wait for 2 days to get there. So the perineal sprays and the nipple balm and the stuff that if they order it on Amazon, it'll get here in 2 days at this price, but I have it with me, especially my Amish Mennonites. Like they couldn't drive into town. It would cost them $50, $60 for a driver. So I would charge a little bit more and have these goodies with me. It was convenient. They had it right away. They didn't have to get a driver. They didn't have to worry. That's what you're selling. We have to think outside the box of some of the things we're already doing. We can add better quality to our services, but then also add some simple income streams to our practices. So financial and investment opportunities, you can buy an online business, you can sell digital courses, you could sell domain names. Like I've got 30, 40 domain names and I've sold a few of them, and just like things that I know will be future midwife businesses and ideas and things out there that you get the generic name and you can utilize it. You could help invest in health startups like maybe midwife support groups, maternity care, wellness startups, angel investing, crowdfunding. You can be the bank for other great birth related businesses getting started. You can help create sites where crowdfunding for midwives, you can be a platform where moms that are looking for help with paying for their home birth, or midwives that are looking to start their business or open a birth center, you can be that gateway of support. And you just have to figure out ways based on the traffic and the value you're adding. If there's some affiliate marketing, there's some sponsors because they want recognition from all the traffic. You just have to figure out a way to add value that you can turn it into a profit. Online tools and apps. I get a lot of midwives that ask me about apps. Like you can get a lot of people on these outsourced platforms that are very tech savvy around the world that'll make you an app for a fraction of the cost of someone in the United States. Upwork is a big site people will use to outsource internationally to get a lot of this because the average midwife is not tech savvy, but you have an idea, you have a really cool trafficking system, app, calculator thing that can help out midwives, that can help out the customers, the consumers, and then you just have the idea and you have to find the right people to help you implement it. Collaborating, networking opportunities. You can create events. You already have the birth center. Like We need to maximize the schedule of utilization, get some hosting events, have them pay a little bit of money to be part of this membership, this program, this collaboration setup where there's education and get to meet great people and there's food and there's fun. And you can set up affiliate programs with midwife products and services and value, like Midwife the Midwives, help them out. Create a blog post in affiliate marketing and recommend to your colleagues, like, hey, I tested this, I did all the research, this is a great product, or hey, this works great for home births but not so much for birth centers, whatever. You can co-launch a brand. You can start with a nutritionist, a pediatrician, an acupuncturist, a brand new service line that never even existed, and scale it up and train other people to implement it into their practices. There's so much as alternative practitioners that we could learn from each other to hybrid. If you could create a guaranteed program that told everybody, you take my program, you won't have a C-section and you'll have a blissful birth, you will be a billionaire. If you can make some sort of hybrid immense value, people are begging for amazing births and avoiding interventions. Like, there's things that you could do. The more value and the more success you can provide to somebody with your knowledge, your expertise, your techniques, the more people will pay for it and the more people will sign up for it. So I really, really want to challenge everybody to think outside the box. What is your knowledge? What is your skill? What are the unique relationships, challenges in your area that you want to solve and you have the passion and drive to do? Licensing and intellectual property. You can sell content, you can sell educational resources, you can, like we do, policies and tools and templates and scale up. Administration, like we haven't for years had somebody ask for something we haven't had yet. And we really try to make the business side as simple as possible for midwives, and that's the point. We have birth plan, architectural design ideas, we have policies, administration, consents, CABC qualifications. They're tools, they're templates. What one midwife needed, we made the first time, and then we turned them into generic templates that now can be replicated and scaled up to other people having that need. So you just want to think about your skills, your passions. What are things you can do that you can implement and scale that will be an automated process over time? So as an overall conclusion, midwives have so much value to our communities, to our consumers, and I want us to get more and more of value to ourselves, value to our colleagues, value to the next generation. How can we improve our training and our clinicals and our mentorships and our resources to better business and better outcomes and training and burnout prevention and more income streams that allow you to practice birth on your terms versus you have to take a certain number of clients this month because of your budgets and your challenges. I would love to see you be able to serve clients and take the ones you dream of taking, and maybe your clients don't have to pay for your care and your services because you have income coming in other ways that's helping out in a different direction. So I want you guys all to think, what are things you do that add value to people in your local community, whether it's other midwives, it's other birth workers, it's value for advocacy on a regulatory side. Become a consultant, create toolkits, create things from the knowledge you have in your head that other people really want to learn from.